Well, today's gonna be a little bit of a different kind of video. I just want to show you guys some of the storm damage I got. It finally happened. And it does seem like the storm damage was kind of limited to just me for some reason. None of my neighbors really have any issues. No, I didn't notice a whole bunch of stuff around the neighborhood or anything like that blown down, but boy, I got hit pretty good with the storms that came through. I guess it was probably early last week, early morning. Early morning, 3-4 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And I heard some noise. I woke up and heard the storm and heard some noise and thought there for a minute it was going to get pretty serious, and then it just kind of fizzled out and quit, and then I went back to sleep. Didn't realize just quite how bad it had gotten. I haven't cleaned anything up, and you can see this is pretty minor. I mean, I've got a couple of little branches down blown over here in the yard. I mean, probably off the trees above, you know, over to the side. I don't know if you can see right out there next to my quail hutches, I have a spare hutch. It got blown completely off of the stand, nothing in it. It was empty at the time, so luckily none of the animals got hurt, you know, nothing like that, but we did have some damage around. So let me take you out here. I'm going to show you some of it because some of it's pretty significant. All right, and you can see maybe behind me here, this one spare hutch that I had blown off the stand completely, just laying here on the ground, kind of torn up a little bit. I don't really use that hutch very often. I just occasionally use it to kind of temporarily store some birds in, but still, it blew it. I mean, that's the first time that's happened. I've never had that happen. Luckily, it did not blow over either one of my other hutches or the rabbits. The rabbits are all fine. You know, nothing there got damaged. But look back here in the back corner of my property. I don't know if you can see back here in the back. I'll take you a little bit closer here in a second. But I got a bunch of brush down back here. Almost took out one of my fruit trees, my pawpaw tree. I'll bring you in a little bit closer here. We got 2 or 3 trees down. Okay, this is probably kind of hard for you to see on video. This is my pawpaw tree right here. And it took, I can't tell quite exactly how much, but it took a little bit of the top of this pawpaw tree out because another tree back behind fell. So I've got one tree down back here. I don't know if I can bring you in, give you a better angle. Kind of took out a little bit of this plum tree, it looks like, but mostly missed that. I've got another tree right behind here down, and these are, you know, trees not very big, this big around. Let me bring you in over here, we'll maybe get a different angle at it, and you can kind of see a little bit better. And I know in video it probably just looks like a big jumbled mess, but this is a tree limb off of this tree over here that's down. I got a whole tree right there that's down, another one right back behind it. That just took the root wad out. This one's the one laying on my pawpaw tree. My pawpaw tree now is leaning this way. And I don't know, once I get all this brush off of it and everything cleaned up, because I got to clean all this up, I can see at least a few broken branches. I'm not sure it took any height off of it, but it did, you know, this tree falling this way, I mean, basically laying right up against the pawpaw. So I'm going to have to take this tree out, clean up all this. I may have to put some stakes out to straighten my pawpaw tree back up. Hopefully don't lose it, but it's just a jumbled, terrible mess back here right now. I mean, I've just got, usually this section right here, and you can't see it right now because I don't have the camera on here. Let me turn it a little bit. Usually this section right here is completely clear. You can walk right through it. And it's just tree limbs and stud brush piled up everywhere right here. Pretty good storm. Let me go show you the major issue, the one that I'm really dreading having to take care of, because this is not going to be fun. All right, so this is the other lot that I own that's right beside my main lot, my main backyard over behind us, directly behind the camera. Don't go back here a whole lot with the camera. I don't use this lot a whole lot. I have a couple of redbud trees back in the back, and I don't really do much with it. I keep it mowed, but great big tree that stands in the corner there, and you can probably see split and just fell this way. That's probably what woke me up and what I heard going on whenever I thought the storm was getting pretty serious. This is a huge tree. I mean, this is not going to be fun. It's all caught up in this other tree. Let me give you a different angle here in a second. You may be able to see it, but half of it, I mean, it landed on this other tree. It took pieces of that tree off. I mean, it's a mess. I'm a little bit concerned about trying to take care of this because, you know, it's up in the tree, you know, so when I go cutting on this, things are going to be falling, and I'm just going to have to start from the outside and kind of work my way in, clean up a lot of this stuff on the outside so I have places to run if something starts to fall, you know. But and then I'm probably going to have to pay somebody to come in and take out this tree here. Let me kind of turn the camera and maybe give you a better view. So let's see. So maybe that gives you a better view. I know it's a little bit backlit, it's a little bit hard to see on camera, but that tree right there, that's half that tree that fell. It's still standing. Now, it doesn't look dead, but it is a little bit hollow on the inside, and it's kind of leaning that direction towards the neighbor's property. I'm probably gonna have to pay somebody to come in and just take that out from the top, you know, start cutting it down. It's a big tree, and it's too big for me to try to fall myself, especially with it leaning that direction over there. Let me give you a shot from the other angle. So what we're looking at here, I mean, this is the kind of the base of the tree right here. This is where it split and broke and went that way. And this is all, I mean, it's fairly hollow in there. I could probably cut that whole piece off, not have to worry about the tree falling. Might be able to break it off, honestly, if I fight too hard on it, but I don't want to do that right now. But I mean, it's just, I mean, these had to be straight line winds or something, and how it hit just my backyard. I mean, if we're looking that direction right there is where we were standing just a minute ago, looking at the pawpaw tree facing this direction. So, I mean, it just took out all this right here and back through the back side of my property there. Luckily, no real property damage, it doesn't look like. You know, let me go around the other side, but the other side, it missed my redbud trees. I'll take you around there and take a look. All right, so this is kind of the back side of the property that I own the lot. And you can see that tree's just laying out across there. Two redbud trees right here. Doesn't look like it really hurt them. Brushed maybe the edge of that far one over there, but it's not that big a deal. Just to give you an idea of, I mean, right straight that way is my house. So, you know, that tree right there, those two big trees that you see standing back behind there, the other side of that is the lot where I keep my rabbits, my quail, all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I got pretty lucky actually. It could have been a lot worse. But you can see this tree all hung up in that tree right there, and that's the part I'm a little bit concerned about, trying to cut all this up. But I'll get to it. It's fairly sturdy. We'll just have to see how it comes together whenever I get the chainsaw out. I'm not doing it today. I got too many things going on today. This is going to be probably a multi-day job, getting this taken care of. And it's going to be a little tricky to do. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys, you know, the storms that came by. I mean, it's crazy too, because it's like there's nothing else. I mean, there's trees all around here, and none of them bothered. Just the ones on my property, just right here, right through this little section right here, and that's it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to pay to get that tree taken out. If that falls, it's gonna come right across the back side of this property here. And I don't know how sturdy it is anymore, so we get another big storm, it may just go over. Luckily, most of our storms, the winds are blowing this direction. If we had storms coming where the wind's blowing that direction, I'd be a little bit more concerned about that tree coming down. But I mean, it's not dead, but I don't think it's very sturdy anymore. So I think we're gonna have to pay somebody to come and take that one out. That's a little bit beyond my capabilities to do. But hopefully I can get this one all cleaned up on my own. I think I can. It looks pretty daunting right now, but it's just like anything else. You just take it one step at a time, a little bit at a little bit, and eventually you get it all taken care of. Reminds me very much of the Joplin tornado. When the Joplin tornado came through, I didn't have damage here on my property really, but it wasn't but about 3-4 blocks over where it was really bad, and there was stuff like this everywhere. And there was a lot of cleanup work to do there. So anyway, hopefully I can find somebody that needs some firewood who will come and clean up the wood for me once I get it all cut up. Either that, or I'm gonna have to make multiple trips down. They open up tree limb drop off once a month, so it'll take me several months to get all the tree limb stuff kind of cleaned up and taken over there. It's way too much for me to burn on my property. So anyhow, just wanted to give you guys a shot, let you see what I'm dealing with. Could have been a lot worse. You know, like I said, the animals are fine, the property's fine. It didn't damage any real property. It missed the fences on my neighbor's yard. Didn't do any real damage to anything. Just lost a tree or two. A couple of trees. A couple of them over there I don't really care about. This one I'm a little disappointed. This was a nice big tree, nice big shade tree, and now it's gone. And this lot's going to be, it's going to be hot. Full sun basically all day. There's a couple of decent trees over here, but they won't provide shade until late evenings. So this kept this lot fairly shaded in the evenings and afternoons. So now afternoon, evening, it's going to be just full sun. But, you know, I'm not really doing much with it right now. So I guess it could be worse. But anyway, not a super exciting video, just letting you know. I mean, sometimes, you know, life gets in the way of things. So I don't know. I don't know how exciting the video is going to be when I try to go cleaning this up. But this is going to keep me busy for a little while. So we'll see how that goes and how I get it taken care of. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little glimpse into real life here. And as always, God bless.